Get this on the go.
Commenced.
All right, welcome. We have Forward Unto Dawn.
Hello.
If we can maybe go around the table, just say hello, tell my listeners who you are. And what you do for the band. Sorry, who you are and what you do for the band.
Sure. My name's Taryn Murray. I play guitar and kiss them a lot.
Excellent.
That's what I do.
Din, lead vocals.
I'm Devin. I play bass. I might be Devin. I play some bass. I guess.
Not today.
Shit.
I'm Nick McDonald. I play drums, and I'm also the other person except for Taryn that says their last name.
Yeah.
So far. Well, I could just ruin what you said by saying my last name. I won't do it.
Come on, man.
My name is Dylan, and I play guitar, and I get kissed.
Yeah.
Excellent. I hear that happens.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
sure, mostly Taryn. Though.
And joining us.
Yes, special guest member.
I'm Mike. I'm the band Bitch.
Dingus Mike.
I bring
I'm
along.
Dingus Mike.
Yeah, I'm Dingus Mike. That's my official title.
Essential to have on the road, especially.
Yeah, we need somebody to bring water when they're on stage.
And drive us places. That's important.
That's a big part of my job.
Oh, it's too high.
Another person that
Crystal
can
meth to drive.
That keeps you busy.
Yeah, it does.
What does what the Forward Unto Dawn? What does that name mean to you guys? What is that all about?
It's actually a video game reference for anyone who's as nerdy as we are.
Okay.
There's a game series called Halo.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
You might have heard of it. It's called Halo.
Because we like Halo.
Oh man.
We're so proud.
No, it's a spaceship. We like space. We like video games.
Now, here's the thing. We run into some controversy about the name because Halo, when they released Halo 4, they did this. It was all about Master Chief's ship, which was called the UNSC Forward Unto Dawn.
Okay.
Which is what we named our band after back when it was like kind of like more privileged information, you could say. It was
Video game thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then it just got thrown out there to everybody.
We just knew about it because we like read the Halo books and stuff.
They literally released a movie called Halo Forward Unto Dawn.
Yes, it's on Netflix.
And the logo looks just like ours, and we were like getting so many people being like, "Way to go, guys! You just ripped that off." We're like, "No, like if you go like in our Facebook history, you'll see that we totally did have
Did it first.
We totally did have it before they did
They did.
Well, they did it first, but we did it.
Yeah.
They made a bigger deal of it
Brought it to the
afterwards.
mainstream first.
Yeah. Well, no.
No.
They did.
I wouldn't call our hometown.
I mean, well, they were a lot bigger than Halo. Let's be honest. But you know,
I'm sorry, 343 Industries and also Bungie.
Bungie as well as Microsoft.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shout out, not a detract.
I know. Yeah, we basically it just means it was like a really great video game about cool space stuff that we thought, and we're all big space guys. We just think space is cool, aliens and robots and stuff.
It's all right. It's our jam.
Yeah.
So far, from what I've heard, you guys are doing some fairly technical compositions. How do you go about your writing? Is that like a group thing?
Yeah.
Use the group to polish it, or is it an individual kind of, here's the song?
The first record was super kind of like just me and Devin, just like sitting, because like actually none of these guys were in the band when we wrote the first record.
Okay.
So me and Devin just sat around in his barn thing and just worked out all the songs, and it was super collaborative.
Yeah.
And then this record was a little different. It was like did a lot of writing. We use this program called Guitar Pro. We like write all of our stuff in it, and then we send it around, and it kind of gets like one of us will have an idea or something, or like it usually starts off pretty like, I guess, I don't know,
Raw.
kind of a skeleton. Yeah. We usually lay out like the forms, and then everyone kind of gets their say on it, and we all just like make sure that we're all happy with it eventually. And sometimes it leads to some pretty intense arguments. Sometimes
A song taking months to come up with
it'll
an
take
ending.
one of the songs on the new record, Concord and Disillusion, it literally took us like
3 months.
I wrote the majority of it at first, and then I showed it to everyone, and they were like, "Nah, so this part's like, nah, we gotta change this part, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And then we're like, "Yeah, okay." And we really worked on it, and forever we were just like, we'd be like, "Okay, we're good, we've done it," and then someone would come in with a new idea, and we'd be like, "That's pretty good. Let's change this."
I used to work at a music store, and Dylan would come to my work, and we would just sit there and just be like, "What do we do about this part? Like, you want to do this, I want to do this."
And
Maybe they
like,
both
"No,
suck.
Devin," and he'd be like,
Way
"No,
to double
Dylan."
task and,
Oh,
make
yeah.
point while
That's
you're
what I'm
working on the
thinking.
band.
I mean, it's one way to make money being in a band.
One of them. Get awesome.
So the new stuff. What's the story? When's that coming out? What are we expecting?
Well, we're hoping mid-October.
Okay.
Everything is really above us with this.
Yeah.
We're working with a lot of names that we're really, really excited to be working with.
Okay.
But we kind of lose our ability to go, hey, hurry up, or hey, this is running a little bit slow.
Like, these guys, we have such faith. Like these guys are, we can't even believe that they're working on our project.
Okay.
And we're just like,
Are we purposely being cryptic? Or are you gonna?
Well, we were.
we have an yeah.
We did our show. Well, not our show. Our recording with a guy named Tony Gamallo. He did Chimera, bands like that, and the studio did Misery Signals, those kind of bands.
Nice.
Rap album that
Machine Gun Kelly,
LeBron James,
LeBron James too. Yeah.
They also did the soundtrack for the Fantastic Four.
In the studio, yeah.
Working with him.
Silver Surfer though, or was the first one? Okay.
Working with him was incredible.
Didn't they do Walls of Jericho as well?
Yeah, Walls of Jericho. We got to pass that off to a guy named Matt Dalton. He's done Chiodos. I mean, they're not like a super heavy band, but they're definitely a great sounding band.
Pretty sure he did I See Stars as well.
He did I See Stars from Sumerian, and the guy mastering it is a guy named Joey Sturgis. He's done The Devil Wears Prada, Born of Osiris. Like, working with these people is unbelievable.
A huge honor for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're definitely not like, hurry up. We would never.
we have
together, guys.
As far as we know, mixing.
We're doing whatever they say, man.
I hear you. Okay.
It's working on being mixed right now. As far as we know, it shouldn't be too much longer. And then once we get everything, everyone's happy with everything, we'll go off to Joey for mastering, and then it's a matter of
mid-October is what we're hoping for. It really is. And
but nothing's official.
No, we want to do this right.
Yeah, so it's better to do it right.
When we put out the last record, we did like we put it out. We like made the Facebook page and like kind of promoted ourselves. We hadn't even played a show yet, and we released it. And I mean, it was good with like our friends and stuff, and our like hometown people. We sold a few, but like not really. But it was nice to like play our first show and have like a legit thing to like sell. But however,
Absolutely.
but yeah, we definitely want to do this like way more right.
Professionally.
We just want to we're trying to put a lot more thought and effort into like the marketing of it.
Yeah, and the
take it
release
all more
itself.
seriously. And,
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah.
Recommend that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome. All right. So what's aside from the new album, then what's on the agenda for the future? What do you got?
Well,
I mean, we've
working on
really
the
been
next one
balls
already,
deep in
actually.
this.
Yeah.
But there is another one. This is the first part of a two-part concept project. So we're already writing part
exciting.
2 called Omega.
Okay.
And those are sounding pretty. I mean, I don't really want to say anything because just be hyped about Alpha.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
But Omega's sounding pretty
First
great
things
too.
First.
Yeah.
No, that's what we're working on now, is hashing out the next one and getting it written and to start rehearsing.
Going through the process of
Yeah.
taking a week to write a riff.
Yeah.
exactly.
And also,
Fan of that thought.
Yeah, it ends up always works out because like at
Yeah, it
first
does.
there might be some stubbornness, but we always work it out and we're always way happier with it.
Yeah,
And,
definitely,
It always
man.
seems like it's like it's as good as it could. Like I can't get any better than this, and then it just does. Like after more minds get involved, it always works out.
Whenever we don't really know, we just kind of throw it at Mike. And we're like, Mike,
Yeah.
what do you think? Does this suck? Is this good?
Is this a riff?
I
these notes?
pretty much watched Alpha and Omega become what they are and what they're starting to become. Like
Just by
from
sitting on the
someone-
couch.
Just by sitting. Like
being around.
I lived with Taryn for like 6 months, and I would just sit in the living room. He'd come out and he'd be like, "Hey, I just wrote a riff. What do you think of it?" And he would just sit down and play it. Or Dylan's been doing the same thing for years and years with all the music he's been writing, not just for it at all. Like anything he's done, he always comes to me. And I always just try to give like, because like I always tell them that like,
Can't believe this.
like I'm their biggest fan, not just because they're my friends, but because the music they write is music I like to listen to. It sounds good to me. So I really just do my best to give them the opinion that I think that like their fans will want to hear and that other people want to hear. I really just try to not be so biased about it when it comes to just because I'm their friend, I'm not going to go, oh yeah, that sounds great. I'm going to be like, I actually do try to give them constructive criticism. Hey, like, I don't know as much about music as these guys, but I know
We're smart. We're trained.
We're the best.
brains.
We have diplomas.
Fuck you,
I do know what I like to hear. And I
The
do-
listeners' ears,
Yeah,
the
and
musicians' ears.
I just try to help them out as much as possible.
That's pretty helpful too, because like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I just want to write something that'll fucking like meet all
Crush
these,
your dome.
like,
Yeah.
totally like meet all these things that I can do. Like, oh, I want to like work on this crazy voice leading and like, you know, just crazy shit that's like pleases my inner guitar nerd.
Yeah.
But and then I'll show it to Mike and I'll be like,
Grow up.
yeah. Like, it's
And that's another thing. We all have such a different take on it. I find like,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
you can come at it like that and stuff, and then I'll just kind of sit down without really a thought at all and just kind of jam. And you know, Devin just writes entirely by ear and everything, and it always turns out great. And, you know,
I write
it's like,
entirely by butthole.
yeah, that's really what's unique about the band.
That's how we get that tone. That's how we get that
It's
heavy riff.
dynamic.
It really is. You gotta see this guy's butthole in action. Something
Seriously,
else.
check it out.
I'm glad this is a radio interview.
I'll send you some vids.
We will post them. We will share them.
Great.
Awesome.
Finally gonna break out as a gay.
I was gonna say,
That's what you always wanted.
big break.
I don't want to play rock and rolls.
You can be the next Cake Fart video.
Cake farts. You ever seen
All
cake
avenue for the
farts?
show. Have I ever seen cake farts?
Yeah.
I have not seen. Cake
Oh,
That's all right.
Jeez.
Don't know if you should. or not.
You're better
It's
off
out
not
there.
seeing
Is it,
cake
is it
farts.
YouTube friendly or is it all like
Yeah, no, you gotta go.
It's
to
not
the site.
safe.
NSFW.
All right then.
Yeah.
Cake
Save that
farts.
for the next interview.
Okay.
No.
I
don't.
can't
Yeah, I think we should stop it.
Well, yeah, we'll leave you with that.
We'll move on. Google it. Everybody
Farts
Google
aside,
it.
how can my listeners get in touch with you guys? How can they follow you guys? Where can they find out what's going on?
I mean-
Facebook.com/forwarduntodawnband.
Twitter, we're at officialfud. Instagram, we're also at officialfud, and that is weird. Go on there. We're
Yeah,
a
the
bunch of
Instagram
weird
page
guys.
has a lot of strange stuff.
Yeah, a lot of real nice pics.
Lots of short little vids.
If you're interested to see the contours and beautiful shapes of a young man's body, I would suggest going on.
Or perhaps farting cakes. Maybe.
Maybe.
There's also, for anybody
It's gonna be a
interested,
surprise.
we were using Instagram a lot while we were in the studio, and there's a lot of sneak
a
peeks
lot of good stuff
of
there.
Alpha, a lot of just raw studio footage if you want to just hear what's going on.
Oh yeah. Speaking of things we're working on right now.
Oh, we have a documentary coming out about us in Cleveland. The whole thing's about the entire recording process. Our good friend Sebastian DeRosier, Epiphany Productions, as he's known in Halifax. He does a lot of great video footage for bands out there.
Okay.
He gave us his camera, which that worked out, hopefully.
That was cool.
And we brought it with us, and we were a bunch of weird guys, and it's all going to be on a sweet documentary, likely a little bit before the release.
Okay.
But you'll be able to buy some sort of special pre-order or something that we're thinking is going to include the documentary, the album, probably full tabs for the guitar and bass of Alpha, just to be fun.
Sounds great.
A WinRAR file just to be safe. A couple .zips.
A link to
P4
Cake
of
Farts,
Cake
too.
Farts.
Yeah.
Some hyperlinks.
Free video download.
You know what I like best? Cake farts.
Foreshadowing.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, talking with you finally.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Jeez
So
Louise, yeah, nice.
we'll see how things go when the new album comes out. We'll catch up again.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hopefully everyone doesn't hate us
Proceed with
because of
the-
this weird interview.